The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene is hands down one of the most mind-blowing books I've ever touched. But the thing is, this book is thick. But don't worry, I went through it, and today, I'm breaking down the 7 most powerful laws, the ones that'll let you spot lies, read hidden tensions, and understand people on a deeper level, so you can navigate relationships, business, and life with more clarity. Let's start with the biggest one, irrationality. Here's the deal. Humans like to think we're all logical and rational and totally in control of our decisions. That's a lie we tell ourselves to feel smart. The truth? We're emotional creatures first. Logic usually just shows up after the fact. You ever buy something online at 2 a.m. just because it felt right? And then 2 days later you're staring at a random massage gun or a $200 light-up keyboard wondering, why did I even want this? That's irrationality. Feelings came first. Logic showed up way too late. This happens all the time, in arguments, in relationships, and business deals. People get triggered emotionally, then try to defend themselves with half-baked logic. And if you try to hit them with facts when they're emotional, good luck. It's like trying to argue with a tornado. I once tried to give my friend some calm, rational advice about their relationship right after they had a huge fight. Bad idea. They didn't want logic. They wanted someone to validate their feelings. Facts don't land when feelings are flooding the room. So when you understand this law, that people feel first, think later, you stop wasting time trying to debate people in the middle of their emotional storms. Instead, you learn to read the emotional energy, wait for the storm to pass, then talk sense. You stop being surprised by irrational behavior. You start expecting it. And that right there gives you a huge edge. Law number 2, role-playing. Life is like one giant play. People are out here wearing invisible costumes, putting on little performances based on who's watching. Think about your boss at work. Around the team, they're all tough and let's get it done. But then they're with their own boss and suddenly they're polite, a little nervous even. Same person, 2 totally different performances. Like when you're talking to your best friend, you're chill, right? But if you meet their parents for the first time, suddenly you're on your best behavior. That's you slipping into a role without even thinking about it. People are like onions, not because they smell weird, but because they have layers. And most of the time, you're just seeing the outer layer. The mask they've decided to show that day. Next time you're at a party or even just grabbing coffee, watch how people shift depending on who they're talking to. It's almost like seeing different characters pop out of the same person. And knowing this is such a cheat code because instead of taking everything people do at face value, you start wondering, what role are they playing right now? And why? Are they trying to impress someone, protect themselves, hide something? It's like seeing backstage while everyone else is still stuck in the audience. Law number 3, envy. Envy is one of those emotions nobody wants to admit they feel, but everyone does. It's like this secret, silent competition we're all playing without even realizing half the time. Take the classic workplace example. You're sitting in a meeting, and someone gets praised by the boss. They didn't do anything crazy, they just got noticed. But inside part of you is like, wait a second, I worked just as hard. Where's my praise? You start looking at them differently, more critical. You don't even realize it's happening. Robert Greene explains that when people feel envy, they rarely show it openly. Instead, it leaks out through passive-aggressive behavior, random little criticisms, weird tension. It's like emotional static in the air. Here's the thing though, if you can spot envy early, in yourself and in others, you get a huge advantage. First, when you catch yourself feeling it, instead of letting it rot you from the inside, use it. Let it show you what you really want. Like, if you feel envious of someone who started their own business, maybe that's your heart telling you want more freedom too. Second, when you notice envy from other people, be careful. If you get a big win, a promotion, a new relationship, whatever, don't brag. Don't shove it in people's faces. Keep it low-key. Otherwise, you might accidentally turn friends into silent enemies. People who clap to your face but secretly hope you trip up. Law number 4. Defensiveness. People are crazy defensive, way more than they realize. It's like the moment you even slightly poke at someone's ego, their shields go up like you're launching missiles at them. You ever try giving someone a tiny bit of feedback? Like, super politely. Hey man, you might want to double check that report before you send it. And suddenly they're acting like you attacked their whole identity. Their tone changes. Their body stiffens. Maybe they even start throwing little jabs back. I had this coworker once. Smart guy, knew his stuff. But if anyone dared suggest a different idea in a meeting, even nicely, he'd get this weird fake smile thing going on and instantly start explaining in this really fast way why he was right. You could see the panic behind his eyes. He wasn't even listening anymore, he was just defending his ego. And the thing is, we all do this. It's built in. Because being wrong feels like dying a little bit inside. Once you realize this, you can start handling people differently. Instead of confronting them head-on and making their defenses shoot up, you can come in sideways. Law number 5, covetousness. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You're totally fine with what you have until someone else has something cooler. That new phone, that perfect relationship, that dream vacation in Bali. Suddenly you need that thing. That right there is covetousness. Like you ever see two kids in a room. You can give one of them a toy and the other kid, even if they have the exact same toy, will instantly want the one their sibling is holding. It's not about the toy. It's about the feeling of, they have it, so I want it. Adults are the same. We just pretend we're more mature about it. You scroll Instagram and someone's perfect life makes you start hating yours in 2 seconds. We crave what seems scarce, what looks special, even if it's just an illusion. So how do you use this knowledge without getting trapped by it? 1. Just recognize it. When you feel that itch, ask yourself, do I actually want this? Or do I want the status of having it? And 2, if you want to stand out, learn how to become the shiny object. Create value, make your work rare, build a vibe people want to be around. Law number 6, fickleness. Fickleness is like the weather of human behavior. It changes in an instant. And if you're not paying attention, it can knock you over when you least expect it. You know how 1 minute someone's all excited about a new project, and the next they're like, never mind. That's fickleness. It's that flip-flop, all over the place, unpredictable nature people have when they can't make up their minds. Fickleness is everywhere. Think about how we treat trends, for example. One season, everyone's obsessed with some new gadget or fashion, and within a few months, it's like the whole world forgets it even existed. Here's what Greene's pointing out. If you don't expect people to be fickle, their sudden changes will feel like betrayal. You'll take it personally and waste energy trying to fix it. But when you understand it's just human nature, you stay cool. You don't chase. You adjust. If you're in any kind of leadership role, or trying to build something public, prepare for this. One of the hardest pills to swallow is that people might not stay loyal. They might jump ship the moment something new or better shows up. Let's wrap this one with a simple reminder. People will flip. It's not your fault. Just ride the wave. Don't drown in it. Law number 7, aimlessness. People wake up, go to work, come home, scroll their phone, binge some Netflix, sleep, and repeat. But ask them where they're heading, what they're building toward, and it's just blank stares. It's not that they're lazy or don't care, they just never picked a direction. They're letting life happen to them instead of steering it. Robert Greene talks about this in The Laws of Human Nature. People without a strong internal sense of direction are easily pushed around by other people's opinions. Here's the secret weapon. Choosing a direction, even if it's not perfect, gives you power. It gives you momentum. Think of it like this. It's easier to steer a moving car than one that's parked, right? Same thing with life. So pick something. Even if you realize halfway through that you want to change course, that's fine. At least you're not drifting, hoping the tide magically drops you off somewhere cool. Alright, so now that you've got the keys to understanding human nature, you might be thinking, dang, I could totally use this to mess with people. And yeah, technically you could, but that's not the move. The real power move is using this understanding to connect deeper, not manipulate. So think of this like being a Jedi, not a Sith. Calm, centered, powerful, but guided by the light. You're not trying to control anyone. You're just moving through life with your eyes wide open.